Hey everyone, this is David with davidspassage.com, and I wanted to bring you a really quick modification to one of the pieces of gear that I recently did a review on, and that is this. That is the Stanley Cook Pot. If you'd like to see the original review video, I'll put it right here. Basically, I upgraded from an aluminum cook set just for a little bit more durability, flexibility, that sort of thing. And so I did a little review of this, and I also did a burn test using this. This is the dollar alcohol stove that I've made, and actually I'll put a link here if you want to see then how to make one of these. But just a dollar alcohol stove, and I've been using this for a long time. I love this stove. It's real durable, super lightweight, that sort of thing. But when I did the burn test using the Stanley Cook Pot, if you see when I put it on top of there, not a lot of surface area hitting that. And in fact, the burn test really failed. The flames came out the side. They went up the side of the pot, but I really couldn't get the water to boil very well. And it was pretty much an epic failure. But I like this stove because it fits right inside of there. So I wanted to find a way to mod this pot a bit so that I could suspend it a little bit above that alcohol burner, and so the flames can get a little bit more contact on the bottom, that sort of thing. Also so that I could maybe suspend it over a fire. And so I just wanted to show you a real quick mod that I did to this pot, and maybe it'll help some of you guys if you have one of these things, and to give it a little bit more versatility and still keep it really lightweight. So I was sitting in my wife's craft room, and I noticed that she had a bunch of these laying around. And these are little bitty alligator clips. She uses them to do craft stuff, that sort of thing. We also had some of this laying around. This is that steel, that metal chain ball necklace stuff. This stuff's pretty strong, actually, the stuff that we get. And you notice on the end, it just sort of crimps right in there into the end of the alligator clips. If you have some alligator clips lying around, or if you can get a hold of some of these ball chain necklaces, you need 2 alligator clips in order to do this mod. And you just go ahead and make a loop like that with the 2 alligator clips. Interestingly enough, the Stanley Cook Pot right around the top has this nice lip. And interestingly enough, if you look at the alligator clip, there's a little bubble, not a little bubble, a little opening at the top there. What's interesting about that is it fits perfectly around this lip on the Stanley Cook Pot. And so what I did was I actually was just playing around with them, and I took 2, put it on both sides, and voila, a little suspension mechanism. Now what I can do with this, what's really neat about this, is I can suspend it over this stove just a little bit, and the alcohol flame will make more contact with the surface area of the pot. The other thing that I can really do with this now is it adds a ton of versatility in that I can actually hang this over a fire. Now if you have this cook pot and you look at these little alligator clips, you know that the lid isn't going to really fit too well on there. Well, I have a solution to that too, and basically, very simply, I took the lid, and just using my bench grinder, I just ground out a little nub there, and exactly on the opposite side there, and I just sort of grounded and fitted and grounded and fitted, just so until it would fit on top with the alligator clips in place. Now, the important thing about this is to put it right across from each other, so that when you suspend the pot, it's upright now, or it's mostly upright. Now, not a big deal, not a make or break thing, but you want to kind of keep it upright probably, so that if it's filled with water, you're not going to spill it. So when I put it on, you can kind of see this now. It actually fits right over those alligator clips perfectly, just like that, nice and snug. And one thing I would just make sure that you do is, if you use a bench grinder to do this, or some kind of grinding mechanism, make sure you sand it down so that there aren't any like little flakes of metal that are going to come off in your food or whatnot. But that is going to hold super. It's not. If I yank this, it's going to come off. But I filled this with water, and I've tugged on it, and it doesn't come undone. It just really fits real nice around that lip there. So, man, super simple mod, and this doesn't even weigh an ounce. Maybe a quarter of an ounce. It's just super lightweight. It can fit right in there in my pot with my alcohol stove, my alpine cup, and I've got a stove, a suspension mechanism for the pot, alpine cup, some fire starter, whatever you want to put in there. Hopefully you notice there, it doesn't change a whole lot of the lid anyways, because there's already those holes there that are made for straining anyway. So you can leave the lid off, but if you're going to boil water, having the lid on is going to make it boil a lot faster. So anyways, I just thought I'd pass along that little modification. I hadn't seen anything like that, you know, in terms of how to mod one of these. Real simple, super cheap. Hopefully I'm going to give this a good run for its money, this little new mod this summer as I get out. Just a quick update on some things that are happening in my life in terms of my outdoor stuff. First of all, I've got a trip coming up the end of this month. I'm going to be going to the Smoky Mountains, taking some students down there. We do a little whitewater rafting and hiking, that sort of thing. That's at the end of July, and then in a couple weeks after that, I get a week off. I come back from that, I get a week off, and then I take a group to back to Allegheny National Forest. We're going to do a week in the Allegheny National Forest, hiking the section we did last year. Actually, we're going to do some other sections in that area. And after that, I'm heading back to Colorado in the beginning of September. Basically, I'm heading over there for work, but I may be doing some videos if I get the time to get away and just to hit some of the nature and scenes over there. Lastly, sort of the biggie thing that's sort of happening in my life right now is my family and I are going to Kenya at the end of November, and we're real excited about that. We have an opportunity to do some work with some missionaries over there, and also some humanitarian work with the Maasai people in northern Kenya, and so we're excited to do that. And I just thought I'd share that with you so you can look forward to some of the videos that are going to come out from some of those things, other than all the other stuff that I kind of throw in and out of here anyways. So thank you so much for watching. Appreciate all your comments and support. Take care.